Previously on the Ballad of Ella. Okay, we get it. Part 3. Couple of weeks later, Pete and Ella were a couple. I've never seen Pete so happy. He was over the clouds all the time. The guy was out of his mind, counting seconds for their next date every time he kissed Ella goodbye. And I was happy for my bro. But at the same time, I couldn't help but feel uneasy every time I saw Ella. Ella was still the most amazing woman I have ever seen in my life. Nothing came remotely close to matching her beauty, not to mention her wits. And speaking to her was more fun than I could ever have doing anything. And I was trying extremely hard not to fall for her. I owed it to my bro and to myself. Fortunately, Ella came to my help. She introduced her friend Nicole to me. Nicole was the girl in Pete's fashion class, the girl Ella was talking about. Nicole was an incredibly beautiful girl. She was this amazing redhead, 5'6", big soft titties, nice curvy body, pale blue eyes, cute little freckles on her face. You would think that a beautiful girl like Ella wouldn't be best friends with another beauty like Nicole. 9 out of 10 times, you would be right. But Ella had no competition. She was beyond competition. Ella could have been friends with the biggest bimbo there ever was, or she could have been hanging out with a fucking Swedish bikini team. She could have been sleepwalking in her PJs on a Victoria's Secret catwalk at a New Year's show for all I care. No matter the situation, Ella was always the one you looked at first. But yeah, Nicole was a bombshell too. And she was something else entirely. 4 of us started hanging out together, started going to parties, hanging out after school, going to the movies, and slowly Nicole and I got very close. She had an amazing sense of humor, knew a lot about subcultures and shit. Finally, after a night out together, Pete and Ella decided to go to Ella's room by themselves. Turns out Ella's roommate was back at home for a family emergency or something like that, and Nicole and I kissed. Soon after, we officially became a couple. After what felt like an eternity, I wasn't interested in Ella that much. It felt good, not feeling like cheating on my bro. Nicole was amazing in bed. In all things related to sex, she was a dream come true. The fantasies she was into were mind-boggling. The things she wore to turn me on. Stockings, garter belts, schoolgirl outfits, surprising me with wake-up BJs after a long night of sex. Oh, Lord. Some nights, I would think, how the fuck am I supposed to regain my sexual appetite after this? A couple hours later, there she was again, wearing something ridiculously sexy, doing things you could lose your mind for. The places we fucked and the positions we tried were pure pornographic shit. It felt like half of my daily diet was being used for producing semen. She wouldn't use condoms, no sir. "Where's the fun in that?" she asked me the first time we were about to have sex. She sucked my dick like a vacuum and swallowed everything, smiling like a sassy high school girl, always wanting more and more. Good thing I was fit and young. You can't do some of the things she asked for when you're 29. I would eat her out until I couldn't feel my tongue. The girl was a queen of multiple orgasms. There was no stopping until she said enough. Her sexual needs were so immense, I had a hard time satisfying her. I was scared shitless if there would come a time when I'm simply not enough. But she was loyal and honest as fuck. Never even flirted with other guys, let alone cheat on me. I was really skeptical at first. It's complete opposite of what you would expect. I somehow raised the issue with a delicate yet curious manner. I was treading lightly, didn't want to offend her. "You're mine, Anon, and I'm yours," she told me. "Nothing will change that until such a time comes that we both decide otherwise," she would furiously declare. If there ever was a woman made out of wife material, Nicole was the ultimate prototype. Her understanding of our relationship was beyond belief, and her connection to me was unbreakable. She was so incorruptible. She would straight up hit the guys trying to chat her up in their faces. "You come near me again, and I swear to God I will use my entire boyfriend like a retractable baton and fuck you in the ass with him." That's an actual fucking quote I heard her shout at some poor kid. Holy fucking shit. And there I was, standing like a beta fag who has just won the lottery. My diamond-hard dick pulsating to her commanding voice. Then she kisses me like there was no tomorrow. Finds an empty room like in a house full of partying people. Hangs my sock on the doorknob and fucked my brains out. Yeah, that was Nicole in a nutshell. So I have never imagined there would be trouble at the Paradise, but come summertime, something else happened. My dad asked one of his old friends in LA for an internship position on my behalf. His friend accepted me to his firm, and while everyone was having a great time, I was supposed to work at the accounting department of this design office in LA. This meant that I wasn't going to spend my summer satisfying Nicole or doing anything fun for that matter. Before she went to the airport, Nicole kissed me as if we weren't going to see each other again, like ever.
You don't forget who you belong to, mister,
she told me with tearful eyes. I won't, Nicole, I promise. Man, the love and care this girl had shown me was something else. Even though I told her numerous times that I loved her, and I meant it, I had this feeling that my love for her didn't even come close to what she felt towards me.
You take care of yourself, you hear?
And she left, hesitantly walking backwards to her bus to the airport. Pete had already gone home the previous weekend. So I was all by myself, walking around in this college ghost town on my way back to the dorm, wanting to pack my stuff ASAP and get ready for my flight to LA. There she was, walking towards me. Ella.
Hey, sup, Anon?
She greeted me with a warm smile. Hey, Ella. I just set off Nicole.
Aw, you guys? She cried, right?
With a snappy laugh.
I know she cried.
Well, you know her, right?
She loves you, Anon. That's why.
Ella reached out and stroked my arm, showing that she cared. For the first time in quite a while, I suddenly felt a jolt, a rush. It was like the first time when I saw her up close, as her cold hands brushed my skin, my pupils dilated. Like the first sip of a morning coffee, a surge of a small dose of adrenaline hit my body. I quickly broke out of her spell. I had to. So, where are you off to, Ella?
Oh, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Off to see my parents in LA.
What? We might be on the same flight. That was the most sexually neutral thing I could think of at that time.
You serious? What are you doing in LA?
Ella asked with a delighted curiosity, her big green eyes glimmering with excitement. I have this job my dad arranged for me. I'm not exactly going there for a vacation, I pout.
Aw, don't worry, Anon. I'll keep you company. It'll be fine, I promise.
Cheerfully reassuring me. My heart skipped a beat. Before I could say anything,
Oh, look at the time. I gotta go now. But hey, see you in LA, if not earlier.
She winked at me. She waved and started walking in the other direction. After mumbling some non-intelligible verbal expressions like, hey, I waved at her and watched her disappear around the corner. And as I was trying to make sense of what just happened, Nicole's teary-eyed face kept coming back into my mind. I felt like a complete asshole. What the fuck am I so excited about? I mean, Ella is my bro's girlfriend. She's best friends with my girlfriend. What the fuck am I thinking? Why am I suddenly feeling awkward again? I tried not to think about it and started walking away. The next morning was even harder for me. We were on the same bus to the airport, and when it was time to check into our flight, we were side by side. Naturally, you can't ask to be seated elsewhere when the person you're trying to avoid is right next to you. I couldn't believe that I was thinking about being seated elsewhere too. Ella was not only a friend, she was also the one person I had to think of almost as a sister. I kept texting Nicole to make sure that I was okay, reminding myself of who I belonged to. I was scared because it wasn't helping at all, acting like everything was all right. I boarded the plane with Ella.